To the final session about Jersey folklore. Remember, the aim of this session is to just get you to do a bit of writing with a folklore topic. So what have we done so far? Well, so far we've looked at the idea of folklore, the traditional stories that are passed down through the generations. We started thinking about our island's folklore, and we were using the Black Dog of Boothby Bay as an example. But there are other stories if you want to use those, or even make your own one up. We looked at planning, didn't we, last time? We thought about the who, the where, and the what of the story. We looked at how we can tell our story. First person, the I, or third person, she, he, it, the name, Jessica. We even looked at how we might structure it. That time I started with a flash forward, didn't I? And then I went back to the beginning and did it in that order. But you can tell it in order. There are many more things we could look at. We haven't got time to today, but I'm sure you look at them already when you write your stories in year 6. So you can hook readers with great opening lines. That's a famous one from the Graveyard Book. There was a hand in the darkness and it held a knife. That's definitely hooked me. I want to find out what's going on. You could look at writing effective dialogue, so the speech. Some students are brilliant at writing dialogue. We could look at writing a great ending to a story. There's the ending of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, about a man who creates a monster. He was soon borne away by the waves and lost in the darkness and distance. So leaving it on a bit of a cliffhanger there, he was taken away on a boat. So all of these things are important, like they're really important. But in this session, we're just going to narrow it down to 2 other features of good stories. And we do a lot of work on this at Quennevais, so it'd be a good idea just to show you the sort of things we do. And it's sentences and vocabulary. And if you see, I've done them as Lego blocks, those colours there, because they are the building blocks of a story. Okay, and we do a lot of work on sentences. But vocabulary, here's 5 words we'd like you to try and use in your story. Okay, so at Quennevais, every week we do a composition piece of writing, so a big bit of writing, and we have lots of vocabulary. And these words I've taken them from year 9, from year 8, and from year 7's lists of words. So uncanny. It means something that's strange and mysterious in a disturbing way. So there's an example. An uncanny light filtered through the trees. When something's uncanny, it's normally when something that's usually nice seems a bit more mysterious and threatening. So an uncanny light. Another word we use a lot at Quennevais is ominous in our stories. So something that gives you the feeling that something bad is going to happen. It's another adjective, so it's going to describe a noun situation. Ominous dark clouds slowly gathered in the summer sky. So something bad could be coming, like a storm. Enigmatic. Something that seems mysterious or puzzling. So it could be a person, it could be a creature, could even be weather or a building, could be anything really. The man had an enigmatic smile. He's not smiling at all, is he? But his smile is mysterious. Incredulous. It's an unusual word. It's when someone is unable or unwilling to believe something. So the crowd gave an incredulous gasp during the trick. They couldn't believe it. Or think of the Bully Bay story. She thought she saw something, but she was incredulous. She could not believe it. Interminable. What an interesting word that is. So it's something that seems to be never ending. Nice long word there. I was trapped in an interminable conversation. Poor lady there with that man who's probably being quite boring. So moving on to sentences. As I said before I went into vocabulary, it's a big part. Sentences and vocabulary are a big deal for us at Quennevais. You're going to learn loads of ways of creating interesting sentences. We're going to give you a method for how to create them, but today we're just going to show you 3 examples, so it's just 3. And the first one's going to seem really easy. It's a 3-word sentence. Okay, so you won't believe how important the 3-word sentence is. So there's a ghost ship. We do some work on ghost ships in year 8. It was ominous. Sentences with present participle phrases. That sounds really complicated. The pug ran towards the room, wagging his tail as he approached. I'll just show you quickly what they are. We'll do a lot of this next year, so don't panic. So I know you've been doing grammar in year 6, so there's our main clause. A pug ran towards the room. You can see the blue part? I've added that. I've modified with wagging his tail as he approached. And again, look at the top there. Present participles are just ing words. They're verbs plus ing. So wagging his tail, growling, tripping and face planting, whatever you need, it's verb ing. So you get your main idea out first, the yellow bit, the pug ran towards the room, and then you add a modifying phrase, wagging his tail as he approached. But again, I know this might be quite new for some of you, so don't panic. But some of you will do it naturally anyway. And then this sentence is a beast. The all. Have a look at this one. The eerie stillness, the darkening sky, the chill breeze, all added to Jessica's sense of growing unease. Okay, so that's a sentence writers use to develop the description of a scene or a place or feelings. The is a list, and then the all kind of sums up the effect of that list. So we're going to show you how to do a vocabulary and senses activity. When you've completed it, you can then go back to that plan you started last lesson, see if you can write your own folklore story and share it with us. Like I said, your new English teachers will love to read it, and any that are good, I'm sure we'll put up on display straight away in our new school. So let me show you the little worksheet. So the first bit says vocabulary. You look at the image, it shows you the word we looked at, it gives you an example, and you write something using that word. So maybe the dog had uncanny red eyes. Okay, see, that's the... And then the sentences task, it's another image, and you just see if you can write a sentence about it using the sentence types. So it was uncanny again. I saw the dog skulking towards me for the verb ing. Okay, so if you're stuck, just look at the example, and you should be able to try your best to copy it, to replicate it, to imitate it. So once you've completed this, I think you'll be ready to write your Jersey folklore story. Good luck. Try and get the vocabulary in, try and get the sentence types in, and we will look forward to receiving it. And we're really looking forward to meeting you properly.